Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're doing a pick a card reading on your prediction for the month of June 2024. Very excited for you to see what is gonna come up for you and hopefully receive some guidance, support, inspiration on your way. And before we get into this reading, I would love to hear your opinion on your preference for topics for tarot reading. So whether your preference is career videos versus love versus spiritual growth versus shadow work versus inner child, I really would love to hear your preference so I can support you and direct my video as well in that direction. So you're very welcome to comment on the comment section and share your thoughts. Okay, now we're back to the reading. So if this is your first time watching a pick a card reading, here is a quick explanation on how it works. You have 4 different piles that you can choose from, and you can either tap into your intuition and choose like by number of the cards, by position, or by the crystal. And we're gonna have a look in a second which crystal associated to which card. So we have for pile number 1, we have this piece of jade egg. Very beautiful. And then, is this gonna stay? Okay, it's gonna stay. For pile 2, we have this piece of pyrite. And then for pile 3, we have this piece of Aventurine. And lastly, for pile 4, we have this piece of tiger eye. So you can pause the video if you need to in order to find the pile that you resonate the most with, and you can find the timestamp in the description box. And always please be reminded that this is a general reading and you always want to use your intuition to receive the information. And if you hear something that doesn't resonate, you're very welcome to let it go and just to keep with you what does fully resonate. So I hope this will be helpful and it will inspire you for the coming month of June. And I'm looking forward to seeing your reading. Bye! Hello pile 1, if you chose this piece of pink quartz, then this is your reading for the month of June. Really excited to see what's coming up for you in the next month. So, this one here. I've picked 5 different cards. For you, I'm gonna tell you in a second what they represent, and then we're gonna show clarifiers for each one. So the first card is about the overall energy for the month. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Then we have sort of like the key challenge of the month or obstacle that you might be facing. We have the Hanged Man. Then we have the hidden influences that are present that you might not be aware of within the month of June. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, oh, this is like we have like the unexpected surprises, blessing or opportunities coming your way in the month of June. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is looking so good, pile number 1. And then we have the outcome, like the overall outcome of the month of June following the current energies. And we have the Magician. This is a very positive, it's gonna be a very positive month for you, pile number 1. I'm very excited. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Then we have the clarifier for the first card, which is really the overall energy. And we have Lover's Dream, Present Moment Dream. So what I'm already like feeling regarding the current energy of the month of June for you, I feel like you had a dream, a specific dream that you've been working towards, that you already put quite a lot of love, energy, care, time towards it. And you're very close to reap the benefit of all your hard work. I feel like there's been, you put a lot of work in the past and you still have in the present, been putting work, because it's something that it feels like, I mean, look at this card, it feels like it's really close to your heart. It's not just if it's a work project, and most likely be a work project, but there's been a lot of love. It's really coming from a place of something that you deeply care about. So it can be even like a project outside of work that doesn't have necessarily like some economical benefit, but there is an element of you have invested in it already a lot, in time and energy, in care, and it's something very, very close to your heart, which you're very, it feels like with the Seven of Pentacles, you're very close. And obviously by already seeing the next card, like in this month, something is going to already come up in a positive way. So very, very nice. And I feel like it is thanks as well to all that you've already done and you've already put into in this project or passion project or whatever endeavor you already started. Then we have the key challenges or obstacles that you might be facing within the month. We have the Hangman and we have help from above. I feel like with these two cards, what comes through is maybe you having, because you already put like a lot of work and care and attention to detail, like you did put a lot of yourself or your heart into this project, into this baby, if you want to call it in this way. There is a bit of an expectation from your side on how you're gonna, how you're gonna reap the benefit. There is a specific sort of like, I want to say close-minded, but there is something quite structuring in the way you expect the reward, the outcome, and you haven't really opened up to the support that you have around you, and especially from your guides or like angels, and there is so much support that you haven't even assessed. Even like the universe, you're not really allowing the universe to deliver you, in a sense, at this present moment, the results of what you worked so hard for, just because you have a specific idea how those results are gonna come into place, how, like, which type of shape they're gonna take, how it's gonna be delivered to you, the results. So in a sense, like the challenge that this month is gonna bring, it's for you to, in a sense, change perspective a little bit and just open up possibilities and doors, even within just your mind, to be able to receive the rewards of your hard work in a way that maybe you don't expect. So the rewards are gonna come because if you put so much work into it and you are being supported by the universe, just to allow, like them to come in, like to allow magic, like what it feels like really that you have to let in is magic, for that to work in a way that maybe you don't know, and you're not gonna know until it happens. But that's the magic of it. So to allow that multiple possibilities or door, or even just this blank space, right, to be filled with the surprise on how, that is going to come to you. And that's exciting part. So even though it's an obstacle, it's such a beautiful one, because it's just like a perspective change. And it's just opening up space and doors for you to receive everything that you've been working for, up to this point with this investment that you put in with time and energy and with your heart, so that's really beautiful. Then we have the hidden influences or factors that you might not be still fully aware of. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have Beloved, Love, Reciprocity, Intertwinement. Okay, so very interesting. So the first thing that came through is from your in like perspective, like from your point of view, I feel like you're not fully acknowledge how much already hard work you put into it. On one way like on one level that yes, you did put a lot of hard work in it, but there is another part that somehow like doesn't fully like acknowledge to yourself, you know, like the amount of like dedication that you put into it, the amount of love that you put into it is like you know what it comes is like that you almost taking yourself for granted within this process, where yes, you know the time and effort logically from a logical point of view, but internally you haven't really acknowledged yourself for everything that you've done so far, because you've done a lot and you put a lot of love and care into this baby project, whatever you wanted to call it, even if it's just like, you know, like obtaining a new job or like moving up, getting a raise, or like it's something that feels like a more work related. But as I said before, it could be also a passion project, but I feel like you haven't really truly acknowledged yourself and also celebrated yourself for everything that you've done so far and all the hard work that you put in, which is such an important piece, because it's you're the first person that has to kind of like acknowledge to yourself. It's beautiful when other people from that side do that, but you're the number one person that needs to kind of like, you know, give yourself a pat in the back and like, you know, I did well, you know, I did really good, independently on when and how the reward are gonna come. But what it feels like is also quite linked to the shift in perspective, where like in the moment you also start to acknowledge yourself more for what you've already done, and all the hard work that you put in and all the dedication, then you know, like there will be more space for that shift in perspective and that openness for the universe to deliver you the rewards in this unexpected way. So that's beautiful. And I get also the message that for some of you, you might not be aware of that somebody that really cares about you, and possibly you also care about them, has been supporting you more than you thought, like maybe from the behind the scene. So there is an element of not being fully aware how much also you've been supported, not just by the universal spirit, but as well from somebody that loves you very dearly, or that you also love very dearly. So it's just such a beautiful energy to be surrounded. It's just, you know, like it's just about acknowledging all the love and the care that has been put into this from you and also other people around you. So very nice. And next we have the unexpected surprise of blessing, you know, opportunities that are going to come through. And we have this beautiful, amazing card, the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have All Spirit Wisdom. Oh, I'm getting beautiful goosebumps at the moment. So I feel like whatever you were waiting for in terms of reward and shift, the Wheel of Fortune is going to bring it. And the point is like, and what we were saying before about the unexpected part is like, it's going to be an unexpected surprise. So you will not be able to know before how it's going to be delivered to you. But know that within the month of June, it's going to be delivered to you, like already a type of reward for everything that you've already done so far. So it's like an extremely positive omen, I want to say, like, because possibly there is a sense of like you opening it up to the universe, you know, for it to deliver it to you in this unexpected way. And I feel like also with the Wisdom card, like you did actually open up within the month of June, you'll be opening up to this space, and there will be so much you will have access to way more wisdom that was already anyway inside of you to begin with, but now you just open up to it way more, so that this reward, this blessing can come through in a way that right now at this specific moment you have to let go how, you know, like, and you don't know, and that's entirely the magic and the beauty of it. But know that it's gonna come, and you'll be not only, you know, of course, is like super grateful that it comes, but there will be a level of like something that will also elevate you energetically and spiritually, because of like this openness that you're gonna create within the universe to receive this reward, this success, you know. So, and then we have like the sort of the outcome of the month on based on the current energy, and we have the Magician, and we have, wow, Scorpio, magic, sexuality, intensity, secrecy. I love it. Oh, I feel like such a shift from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. So I already want to show you, for example, the difference, because I'm getting also a specific message of, you know, by the end of the month, you will own fully yourself. Like the part where you were not acknowledging yourself, or you were like, oh, maybe I didn't do a good enough job, or maybe I didn't do enough, all of that will be gone by the end of the month. And possibly the 21st will be also an important date within the month of June, in which the shift could happen, or in which like you may be receiving this unexpected blessing or surprise or reward. And I feel like by the end of the month, you will fully be able to acknowledge yourself for everything that you've done, for all everything you put to, like the skills that you have and who you are as a person. And there is a sense of like full empowerment. And that's what like I wanted to kind of show, because from the beginning to the end, like the contrast between these two images is like where before there's like a lot of work that you put in, but there is humility and there is humbleness, but there is a sense of like, oh, I'm not sure, am I good, did I do a good job, and then by the end of it, you're just like, you own it, you know, like I'm getting goosebumps. You own, you know, like your own skills, capacity, power, and that kind of like also like reflects in the creativity, the, you know, the intensity that you put into things, because it's like you fully own more your gift, and from that there is so much more that can come out, and even more rewards and even more unexpected blessings and surprises. But there is a shift within you of like owning, number one, everything that you've done so far, all the hard work, but also like how don't want to say good you are, but like how honestly skilled and capable you are as a person, because you already have all the skills that you needed to succeed in the first place. So that's really, really beautiful. This is such a beautiful, it's going to be such a beautiful month for you, pal number one. I'm very, very excited for you to see how this month can unfold. So I'm gonna pick, even though it's like the message is already very clear, I'm gonna pick a couple of more cards for some additional messages for you for the month of June. I'm feeling this one. I love it. New moon, beginnings. Look at the color. Like I'm getting this vibe right here, where, you know, like, you know, from the point where you're gonna get this first reward or surprise or blessing, and you owning your skills, your power, your talent, it's gonna be a brand new beginning, you know, like that will set the mood for even more to come towards you. And there is a sense of empowerment again that is like, is just very much there and very present. And then we have releasing moonset, and I feel like the releasing part really is this sense of we were speaking about before, I want to call it humbleness. Being humble is very good, but this sense of like not having done enough, not having the skills, this belief, releasing this yeah, I'm not capable enough, this belief, negative beliefs mindset that have been almost keeping you I don't want to say in the shadow, but I've keeping you from fully shine. And you don't have to jump on the other side and become arrogant, but like there is such a beauty in owning like your skills, your beauty, your talent, and letting go whatever negative mindsets hold you back, because it's all part of like this process within this coming month. And then we have bent like a river, and I feel like with this is specifically connected with the like the magic, and the way the universe is gonna send you your gift and your reward. Is, you know, like it's important to have flexibility. It's important to allow that space where you don't know right now, and that's okay. And sometimes it's hard, especially if you put a lot of work in the past, and it's all the change of perspective we were talking about before. It's sometimes hard to like let go, but there is an element of having to let go, become like water, where you just kind of adapt in the moment, and you know there is no rigidity or no specific expectation how and whatever shape the reward is gonna take, you know. So that becoming that more fluid with that, and I feel like specifically is within your mind, specifically within your mind. And then we have as the last card, inspired action. I take inspired action to materialize my desires. I love it. I love it. And I mean, this talks on its own already, but I feel like specifically is to allow once you kind of like on more of your talent and your skills, and you have this kind of part of new beginning, and you will already receive the unexpected gift. There, it will be so much easier as well to like take action from a place of creativity and being connected with the universe. So the action that you're gonna take from this point on, they're gonna be so inspired, and they're gonna bring these beginnings of these incredible rewards are coming your way. And maybe the project that you already had and started is going to expand, and it's going to reach even deeper layers or levels or steps that you kind of expected. So it feels like a very fruitful month for you, this month of June, and like lot of opportunity and possibilities, and it's kind of like there is no limit to that, you know. So, and all of that is because as well of the past work that you've already put in. So it's kind of like the time of really taking the rewards for everything you've done. So very, very beautiful. I hope this reading resonated with you, and you're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to support me, please subscribe to my channel as well as liking the video, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye! Hello Pile 2, if you chose this piece of pyrite, then this is your reading for the month of June. Really excited to see what is gonna come up for you in this upcoming month. So let's have a look. So I've already picked the tarot cards and the clarifiers for each question. We have 5 different, not questions, but really like answers, and I'm gonna tell it to you in a second. So we have the first card to represent really the overall energy of the month, and we have the 8 of Swords. We have then the key challenge that or obstacle that you might be facing within the month of June, and we have the Death card. We have then the hidden influences or what you're not fully aware of, and we have the Temperance card. Then we have the unexpected surprises or blessing coming through. We have the 9 of Wands, beautiful, and then we have the outcome of the overall month, and we have the 7 of Cups. So we're going to start with the clarifier as well for the first card, the overall energy of the month of June. And we have healing power, healing transition. So I feel like with the 8 of Swords as well, like really the overall energy of the month is healing. It's interesting. As soon as I started the reading and I'm looking at all the cards, I get this sense of like I want to cry. Like there is like an emotional charge, and there is a lot of like a vulnerability, with this energy for you in the month of June. But within the overall energy, I feel like this is there is a lot of there is a mental prison that you put yourself into, and there is like a lot of mental negativity. I just feel like honestly I want to give you a hug, like it's just there is a lot of like what it feels like is like internal harshness towards yourself, like and like this inner judge being really really harsh and really hard, and it feels like whatever is linked to is not also with the two major arcana that we have, is not necessarily something recent. It might be something like, it might be like a type of wounding that you might be carrying since a long time, and for some reason in the month of June there is a healing process that is going to come through, because maybe you already try to work on this topic or on whatever happened in the past, and within the month of June there is sort of like a deeper process. It feels like a very potent month, being honest, from a healing standpoint, where like what you've done before is kind of come as well to fruition in terms of healing, in terms of transformation, and as well as letting go. But within the general energy, I feel like this overwhelming emotion, and I'm feeling very fragile, feeling very delicate. It feels like it's a powerful month, but equally, because of the intensity of it, there is a part of it that might be very, very will need to be treated in a delicate way and compassionate way, because there is it's going to be intense. There is a lot of intensity in this, yet it's going to bring you so much benefit. So we're going to get into it in a second, but I feel like really the main key or point of this month will be healing, deep, very deep healing for you. Then we have the key challenge, sort of the main obstacles that you might be facing within the month, and we have the Death card, and we have Say What You Mean. And there are different messages coming through with this. So I feel like with the Death card as a challenge, I feel like you might be, a part of you might be resisting the change, might be resisting the transformation, because there is an old version of you, the one that is has all this wounding, this mental rigidity, this mental prison. That version of you has to die in a sense, and I feel like there is a lot of fears around that, on that letting go, on that allowing the full transformation to take place and to be rebirthed with a new version of you. And I feel like this might be connected as well with some people that you love or you loved. It could be family members, it can be like a past partner, even possibly a current partner, it can be even a close friend, somebody that you are very close to. There might be a sense of fear that if you shift or change, whatever type of relationship and dynamic you have with this person might fall through, and they might not kind of stay. And so there is a level of like you watching what you say, the way you express yourself, being in a sense fearful that they might even reject you for the change that like you're about to go through, or the transformation, so that there is a fear that they will just love the current version of yourself, which is like a wounded, unempowered version. And even though like it's clear that whoever wants to support that, you know, as like whoever wants to support the wounding in you, whoever wants to support the part of you that is unempowered, is also a person that is not supposed to really stay in your life. But I feel like there is quite a lot of love intertwined with toxicity. So it's like it's all emotional. It's hard to let go. There is an element of being hard to let go, and the fear of completely letting go this part of yourself, and this image of yourself, and this even this story about yourself that is not empowered, is not healed, and yeah, this is kind of the obstacle that is gonna hold you back within this month of June, or that will possibly hold you back. Then we have the hidden influences. So which underlying factors that you're not fully aware of? We have the Temperance card, I love that. And then we have Shelter with spiritual growth, accountability, healing. Healing is all over this month. I love this for you because really what it feels like you at this point are unaware of is like how much balance, how much healing, how much spiritual growth this process, this rebirth is going to bring you. Like it is going to be huge. And there is a part of you that maybe consciously, like you kind of like kind of sense a little bit, but you probably sense more the fear. But like there is a huge amount of like growth and balance and well-being that you'll be getting after this transformation, after this letting go, after this rebirth. And I feel like in the same way, like with whoever is meant to fall through and fall out in this process, that is going to be a blessing too, because it's part of your growth and it's part of your healing. Yeah, it feels like such a huge month for you, like honestly, but so worth it. It's gonna be so worth it. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're still going through it and you still go through the fear part, but I can promise you it's gonna be so incredibly amazing for you afterwards with all the growth that you're gonna receive, the balance. I just want to show you this card up close because you can see the serenity, you know, like there is such a level of there's such a peace in this card, and like the perfect balance. There emotionally is just tranquility and stability, and I feel like on a deep level is what you have been longing for. So this huge transformation, that's what is gonna bring you, and it's gonna be incredible. You just have to have the courage to go through with it and fully allow this old version of you to to be rebirthed, you know, like into like a phoenix, you know. So that's really beautiful. Then we have the unexpected surprises and blessings or opportunities that are gonna come through within the month of June. We have the Nine of Wands, and then we have Pine Spirit, Purification. And I feel like with these two cards, we like, you know, as a blessings, you know, like has surprises, but most as a blessing. You're gonna get like with this transformation, you're gonna get so much resilience. You're gonna get protection. You're gonna become really good at setting boundaries. Like there will be so much like the capacity of like understanding that you cannot give up, you know, like is, you know, you're strong. Like I want to show you this card as well. This specific Nine of Wands is gorgeous. There is like an alignment, you know, you can see all the lights, and you know, within yourself and within the divine, there is this understanding that you are, you know, like there already. You can heal, you can be already that version of you that has just transformed. And yeah, it's gonna give you so much empowerment and so much sense of self, you know, like, and sense of inner peace. Inner peace is like, you know, big one. as well in terms of blessings. And what comes back again is like setting boundaries and not giving up on yourself. Like absolutely not giving up on yourself, because you're so close. And also not giving up in the process, because it's gonna be amazing for you. It's gonna be so important, this process. And it's important to have the willingness to go through with it, and the resilience, like, and this process will also build that, within itself, because it requires resilience to go through. So you're gonna, at the end of it, you're gonna be such a strong version of yourself that you'll be like, what happened, in just 1 month, so I'm getting goosebumps. It's beautiful. And as well with purification, I feel like there is one of the blessings is gonna come through with this process as well within the month. There is like a cleansing, a purification of your emotion. It feels like, as I said at the beginning, I felt like this kind of like almost stuck emotions, that wanted to come out. So it feels like, there is a release of all of this density, this emotion that you've been keeping inside. But as well, I feel like a purification of the circle of people that you have around you, and whoever was the toxic influence, like on a deeper level, it will be kind of sort of purified from your circle, from the people that you spend time with. And this is gonna be a huge blessing as well, because it's all about alignment and your own inner peace at the end of the day. And and I love that, for example, in both of the images, from the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, both of the images are gonna show you next to each other. They're both sitting down, sort of in a meditation pose, if you want to say. And the first one that we begin with, she's trapped. She's sitting down, but she's sitting down like this because she's trapped. So there is no peace. It's quite, the whole thing is quite gray. While when you look at this version, the blessing part, the transformed part of yourself, like there is, as we said before, there is alignment, there is light, there is connection with the universe, there is peace. There is so much peace here. This is something you're forced not to move by even your own mind, but here you're choosing your life, you're choosing what to do, and you have all the possibilities and all the capacity that you want to achieve whatever you want in life. There is so much empowerment in this card, and so much peace equally. So this is beautiful. Then we have sort of the outcome of the month based on the current energies, and we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have, oh my god, I love this, Pleiades, healing, compassion, understanding, and peace. Wow, I feel like I want to cry again, but this is a good cry though. This is not like bottle up emotion type of, it just feels like I just want to cry, because what it feels like is like you deserve this so much. You deserve this healing, you deserve this compassion, you deserve this peace. And it's time, it's time. It's time. And and you're gonna get it. Like, I feel like because of the 28, it feels like more of this process is gonna kind of take the whole month. But by the end of the month, there's going to be so much more light within you and around you. And I feel like with the Seven of Cups as well, I feel like you're going to have so many options of, like people to spend time with. They're like aligned, to you and this new version of you, like ways to spend time, people, places. You're going to have such an abundance of things and people that make you feel, look at all this rainbow around, that make you feel like happy. They're not toxic, and what maybe hold you back as well, like the fear, for example, that we were talking about before, of like maybe losing some people that you love or care about, is like by the time that this transformation process happens, apart from you, from the inside, being way more at peace and way more like compassionate towards yourself, there's gonna be also from the outside so many more options of amazing people that you can spend your time with and share energies and maybe things or places that now from this place they're completely in line with you and where you're going, you know, like, and in this new version of you. So it feels like there is so much blessing coming, like when you come out of the tunnel, you know, like as if you look at transformation as a tunnel, as soon as you will emerge from it, so much blessing coming your way, so much more blessings that you could ever even imagine from this place of, you know, if we look at the current place of mental presence, is like you cannot even picture that, you know. So that's why, like, if you resonated with this, I'm really glad you're listening to this reading, because hopefully this will give you as well the courage and the strength that you need to make this transformation, because it's going to be so worth it for you and so amazing afterwards. So even though we already kind of received the whole reading, I feel like I just want to pick some extra cards just to have some additional messages if there is some more messages coming through. We have like the night moon shadow work. Yep. I feel like this whole process really is a shadow work process, is where like you're integrating within yourself this own part of yourself, because maybe you thought they were not good enough, you know, you thought they were not adequate, you know, they're not, you know, you were hiding part of yourself from people because maybe you thought like they will not love you or accept you. And this whole process is about letting go of that version of you that believed all of that and repressed all of these parts, and reintegrating them in a completely brand new rebirthed version of yourself. Getting goosebumps again. That is gonna shine with inner light and peace, you know, like inner peace feels like, yeah, very, very important. And yeah, something that I feel like maybe in the recent past, or this one is kind of in the recent past or in the present hasn't really been that much of it. Then we have the falling moon release blocks. These two cards, they talk exactly about the same thing. Anything that you feel like is holding you back from this transformation that you need to go through, I feel like is extremely important to be released. As we said before, whether it's people, even if it's like work environment, places, something that doesn't make you, things or people that make you feel like you are limited and they make you believe in the old version of yourself. These are the things that I feel like you need to really release and let go of, because there is so much for you at the end of this process that you will not believe, you know, how much your life even can transform with that, in all the options that can come out as well in terms of people, places after that. So we have two more cards. The cards are so perfect. We have boundaries. I hold strong boundaries to protect my peace. I mean, I don't know if I need to say anything else additionally to this. This is very clear, you know, like I feel like these are all boundaries that you have to put with whoever is around you that is not matching the new version of the transformation, of the rebirth that you're gonna have, you know. So whether it's people or places, these all talk about the same thing. And I think they also coming out again and again and again in this reading, because it's like, you know, you hear it once and you're reminded, then you hear it 2 times, and then you hear it 3 times, you hear 4 times, you're like, okay, I get it now, you know. It's like, so I feel like Spirit is really coming through of like, please listen to this, because this part is important, you know. So clearly there is some people, places, or context that it's important to let go of, release, and to set really strong boundaries. And then we have rest. Allow myself to rest when I need to. Compassion, you know, self-compassion. In this process might be, and it's probably going to be very intense, you know, and it's not easy. So it's really important that you allow yourself all the self-care that you can, and rest is of course one of the number one factor of like nourishing your body with really good sleep, and allowing yourself to rest whenever you feel like you really need to, because you know, like, it's gonna be amazing after the process, but during the process it's gonna be challenging, you know, it's gonna be very as well energy demanding. So you want to be able to give your body all the rest that it needs for you know, for this amazing process and transformation. So this it feels like it's gonna be the reading for the month of June, my dear pile number 2, and I hope this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments, and I wish you all the best for this month. And also, if you like to support my channel, support me or my channel, please subscribe to the channel, as well like the video, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. And again, an extra hug for you. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this piece of Aventurine, this is your reading for the month of June. Very excited to see what the month of June has in store for you. Okay, so I've picked 5 different tarot cards and then a clarifier for each card. So I'll tell you in a second what each card represents. Oh wow. Okay. Then we have the first clarifier. So the first two cards are the overall energy of the month. And we have the 2 of Pentacles, and we have ring dance, action, and fun. It's, yeah, I love that. Like, I feel like the month of June for you is a month full of action, full of movement. I feel like some of you might have to make some choices, whether it is work-wise or love-wise. I feel like you will be presented with different choices, and it will be a month of really making choices and decision. And I feel like with the ring dance, you kind of have the best possible attitude. Like, you have quite a positive outlook, and you really want to set yourself up for success, you know, with your attitude and the way you approach things, because I feel like there is a sense of like, you know what, I still want to enjoy, you know, some decision might be tough decisions, but I still want to enjoy the present. I still want to have fun, you know, like I still want to have a good time while it happens. And I feel like this is like a saving grace. Even if some of the decision or some of the moments might be challenging, you have an extremely positive attitude. But it feels like it's a month of a lot of movement, a lot of change, and you having multiple options to choose from. So in a sense, you have, when I say the power, you know, like where, you know, it's you making a decision. Again, whether it's work-wise or relationship-wise. It feels very full though, but good full, you know, like it's always nice to have options. So then we have the next cards, which are like the challenges or sort of the obstacles that you might be facing this month. We have the King of Pentacles, and then we have interesting selling out. So what comes through with this is, I feel like it could be, for some of you it could be a romantic thing, and for some of you it could be like a work reality. But I feel like there is an element of, you know, as obstacles of like being able to really to fully tune in, coming from your integrity, what is truly beneficial to you, and or who is truly beneficial to you and who is not. So for example, if we're talking about a relationship, I feel like the person, like you really, the person that you're in might tick in some box, but there might be something within the dynamic, within the relationship, within how you are within the relationship, where you end up being out of integrity, or like you just kind of fit into a different mold just to satisfy the other person and just to be with the other person. So there is an element of not, I'm gonna say being honest with yourself, but there is an element of like, this is actually the selling out is the archetype of the prostitute card. And it's like something that you give away of you that is not fully aligned. And for example, if it's on the work side, let's say it could be like the boss, the type of boss and the type of company that you have, where it's like, it could be a good job, you know, it could be, you could make good money, but maybe there is some of the values that you're not aligned with or you don't share. Equally can be like if it's like sort of like a project, a work project where you have like a business partner. This person might be great in some, like it might be even complementary to you, and might be great as a business partner for a lot of things, but there is something within the base of the values that is not fully aligned with who you are and with your soul, and where you make it, you feed it in because you feel like that's what you should do and what is the most appropriate thing, and you try to make the best out of it. But there is something that within this person, whether it's a company, like a partner, a business partner, romantic partner, something doesn't feel fully aligned within yourself, and you having to compromise. It feels like compromise is a big word. Compromise your own values to be in that job, to be with that person. So this feels like the obstacle within the month of June. And then we have the hidden influences of like which factor you might be not fully aware of. We have very interesting the Ten of Swords. Sorry. And then we have the Wayfarer, contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance. Getting different messages from these cards. So again, because I feel like this for some of you might take a romantic path to this reading, and some of you might be like work environment. But I feel like with the Ten of Swords, there might have been some truths that you're not aware of. You might have been betrayed by this person, partner, company, boss, co-worker, business partner. You might be being betrayed by them without actually being fully aware. You might be sensing something, and maybe that's where your values are not matching, but you're not, it feels like you're not fully aware of the extent of their action, because maybe you've seen them doing a specific thing to somebody else that you were not aligned, and you didn't realize they were also doing it to you. And there is something that really calls out, because it feels like you do have a choice to make, maybe multiple choice to make this month, to kind of like contemplate and just to really go and search for the truth of what fully happened with you and again, the boss, business partner, romantic partner. Find out as much as you can, because this is an important piece of the puzzle for you to make the most aligned decision for either your heart, like your career, like, and you want to have all the pieces of the puzzle to make a full and whole decision. And it feels like there is some sort of like search that you have to do for that. And there might be some things that you kind of sensed already, but you're not 100% sure to just, so maybe to kind of start to ask questions, or in whatever way you find that it would be beneficial to find more information about maybe what could have happened already in the past within you. And this person, maybe you've seen the other person do to somebody else, and now you're like, oh, what if, potentially they could, like, if this really resonated so far, you know exactly who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. So it is, no point of keep describing this. So the next card that we have is like the unexpected surprise of blessing or opportunities coming through in the month of June. And I love these, that we have the King of Swords, and then we have, oh my god, Storm, Spirit, Chaos. Oh, I'm getting such a cool message from this. I feel like, that makes sense with the options. I feel like, in the month of June, as a blessing, as unexpected surprises, there will be another person coming into the picture. Again, this could be romantically, this could be like another job, so meaning another boss, another company, another business partner, another romantic suitor, but somebody that is in full integrity and is very much a person of their word. So somebody, yeah, I feel like integrity and honesty are very, very important for this person. And it's not just about making money or keeping up appearances. They have a deep sense of integrity within. And when they're gonna come in the picture, they gonna create chaos, but it's good chaos. I don't know if you can see from, I'm gonna put it up close a little bit. If you can see from the picture, you know, like the chaos bringer is really a god, you know, like it's like, I think it's Zeus in this case, but it's a god from above, and it's like, it's a storm spirit, you know, like, so even though, you know, this new job offer, this new company, this new boss, this new romantic or business partner will bring like this element of like, because I feel like it will shatter as well quite a lot of the things that were holding you back, because it's like, if you were with that person, with that job, just because making the money or like a sense of like duty, then this person that has all the quality that you want, or this company or this type of job has all the quality that you want, is going to come in the picture, is going to create chaos. But if I honestly feel it's good chaos, it's very, very good chaos, because it will also help you to see more through whatever hidden truth there has been there, so that you will have a way better form or way better picture to make the decision that you have to make within the month of June. So this is really, really positive. Even I am aware that the word chaos is not necessarily a synonym of something positive, but in this case actually it is, because it will shake the foundation of what was there before that was not very aligned, to bring something that is more aligned in the picture. So that this is really, really positive. And then we have sort of the outcome, or like the outcome of the month based on the current energies. And we have the Five of Swords. Oh, I love this. And we have the full moon with fertility, gratitude, abundance, divine feminine. I love this so much. So I love that also the color graduation is very much on the same page. Yeah, I feel like this makes sense though. Like I feel like with the with the coming in of this person, job, and the chaos, there will be as well some, within the month of June, there will be some conflict. There will be some, whoever you were with, work-wise, romantically wise, is not gonna be happy. And there will be conflict, and you will find yourself in the position where you really need to find out, and you will kind of like have more capacity to see who is truly like aligned with you, and where your values match, and who also has the like your interests at heart versus who doesn't, and who is just there just because something has been taken away from them and they're not happy about that, but they don't care about you. So it's gonna be a month where that is gonna become more apparent, and equally, even though there will be conflict within this shift and this change, and for the choices that you will have to make, there will be like, I feel like, you know, the 12th might be a significant the 12th of June might be mid of the month, will be a significant time where this change and what you're gonna choose is gonna bring a lot of abundance, gratitude. And for example, like fertility, it could be also work-wise. So if you were in a romantic reality, the new person that you're gonna choose, of whatever choices you're gonna make, will also end up being like a very fertile, if you want to create a family, if you were thinking about having kids. But equally, if it was work-wise, you know, like the birth of a new project work-wise, or like a work collaboration, something very fruitful out of the choice that you will make either by the mid of the month or by the end of the month, that will bring you like a lot of everything that you were kind of like hoping for within the previous prior to making the choice is actually given after you make the choice. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I feel like it's gonna be like a lot of, there might be, as we said, a little bit of chaos and a little bit of tension and conflict, but ultimately the outcome is gonna be really good for you after making that choice. So I'm gonna pick some extra card for you for some additional messages for the month of June. I love that. Yeah, moonlit, embrace uncertainty. There is an element of like you not knowing now, you know, like, and you still need to kind of like get some more information, search for some more truth, and it's important to be okay with not knowing until you know. And you know, like you can put like the intention of finding out as much as you can before you make this decision, but ultimately we need to embrace uncertainty, because you don't even prior to make the choice, you might be like, is this the right choice? You got to trust yourself within this, and if the person meets your value and you're not selling yourself out in whatever choice you're making, that will be the choice that will bring you out with this abundance and fertility, you know, like, and manifestation that you were looking for in the first place. So I feel like, no, let me shuffle a bit more. I want one more card of this deck. Okay, there's 2 cards. We have Moon Goddess, Higher Power, and in this is like is what I was just saying, like to really tune in more to your, you know, whatever you feel like is your values and that connection within yourself and whatever makes you feel aligned. Because if you just think from a logical place or from a mind place, you're gonna be sort of stuck in that selling out phase where you just don't prioritize your heart or your values. So it's like to be really connected with something above you. It's very important within the choice that you need to make. And then we have reach out for the moon, go for it. I love it. Yeah, I feel like once you kind of get the sense of the answers that you, or the choice that you have to make, or which one feels like the most aligned for you, that is aligned with the higher powers, like it's 100% going for it. And I feel like, look at this image where, you know, she's literally reaching the moon. And I feel like this is, and look at this, it's a full moon. There we go. These 2 cards are extremely connected, where, you know, you'll be reaching for all of this, the fertility, the gratitude, the abundance, the divine feminine, the manifestation really that you wanted, whether it's a business baby, a human baby, like a solid relationship or a healthy relationship. I feel like there will be so much more, it will be so much more close for you, you know, it's like within reach after you make that choice. And then we have stillness. I love it. It's, yeah, going within. It's the connection with the higher power. You'll be able to achieve it just by going within. No one from outside can tell you the choice that you, like the answer of the choice that you have to make. Is about going within and find the answer for yourself, because nobody else can tell you what it is, or who it is. And then we have magnet. I am the magnet that attracts my desire. I love that. I feel like all of this comes really from this sense of being linked with the higher power, be linked with your own aligned values. And from that place, you can fully as a magnet attract. And you're going for it, and at the same time you call it in, because everything within you is aligned. So therefore you become so magnetic to everything else that you do want to manifest. So yeah, I hope this resonated, and I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if it was. Let me know how you felt about it. I'm really curious to know as well how the month of June will unfold for you. And if you like to support my channel, please subscribe and as well like the video. And I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, pile 4. If you chose this piece of Tiger Eye, then this is your reading for the month of June. Very excited to see what is gonna show up for you in this upcoming month. So we have first the tarot cards. I will tell you in a second what each card represents, and then we have clarifiers for each card. Interesting. Okay, so the first set of cards, here we have as well Magical Night and Limitless Peace. And then for the first card as well, we have the Four of Pentacles. So the first two cards represent really the overall energy of the month, your overall energy of the month of June. So I'm getting quite a few different messages. It's interesting because, of course, every deck, every tarot deck has different images for the cards. So I always find it fascinating to connect really with the image of the deck that is being used at the time, because I'm getting a specific message with these two cards of like the overall energy. Like I feel like within the present, I feel like from your side, there is a sense of constriction, yes. Like you can see as well, she's kind of placing her hands around her neck. And I feel like it's not something that is really bad. It's not something that is terribly painful, but there is a sense of like, the word that comes is apathy. I'm not sensing something specifically bad in a specific environment. I feel like it's you might not even know exactly what is not quite 100%, but there is a sense of dissatisfaction. There is a sense of like surviving, you know, like just making it through, and not really living from a place of joy and excitement, and like you're just kind of like going through the motions because that's what you're supposed to do. Nothing is really bad, nothing is really great. That kind of like in between stage where there is this sense of like unsatisfaction, possibly not even knowing why you're unsatisfied. I don't feel like a specific clarity, whether it's like love, work. There is a general sense of like, I don't know, you know, like, and this general apathy. And I feel as well with the Magical Night, because this feeling and this sense of apathy, of feeling unsatisfied, I get a sense it's been there from before. It's not about this month. This has been there for a while, has been sort of building up. Within the month of June, I feel like you'll be called to spend time in nature, to reconnect more with yourself, to reconnect more with something within you that is more alive, that is more joyful, and just maybe to retreat and just being like in a quiet place on your own. Like when you look at this card, I feel like this kind of, you know, finding really the peace within nature. So spending more time in nature, maybe like having like a trip, like a camping could be like a really nice option, or just kind of retreating, going in a place like a retreat where you're in silence and you're like in nature. Something that goes, an element of going inward and finding sort of like more answers within. Again, as I said, like nothing is specifically negative, but also nothing is specifically positive, right? So like wanted to retreat and going inwards to find out what's happening, you know, like what's going on. Then we have in the next set of cards, we have the Seven of Wands, and then we have Phoenix Rising. And these are really the sort of the possible challenges or obstacles that you might be facing within the month of June. And also from these two cards, I'm getting like a specific message of, in terms of obstacles, maybe because in the past some things didn't work out, or then didn't work out in the most ideal way for you. There is a sense of, you know, when you believe that nothing is gonna get worse, but also nothing is gonna get better. There is not so much like this positive outlook for the future. So it's like, I feel like what really stops you here is like, it's not a big deal, but it's just this idea that things are not really gonna change for you. It's just things are gonna stay the way they are. Things are not gonna shift, and there is a sense of like stagnancy with this type of thinking, with this type of approach, because there is not allowing the magic, the change to come in, like expecting things to just kind of stay the same, or even if something shift sorry, even if something shift, like things are not necessarily like the unconscious thought is like things are not necessarily gonna get better. They might not get worse, but it just kind of probably stay the same. And this is a type of patterns of belief, like thought patterns or belief that is holding you back from finding more aliveness and more joy within the current reality, and within the shift that possibly will happen within this time in nature, within the month of June, or this time going within. But there is an element of having to let go of this idea that the past will just repeat itself, and you know, you will not get in a better position or reality just because of what happened before. And then we have the hidden influences, or like the elements that you're not completely fully aware of. We have the Eight of Cups, and then we have Apprentice, Higher Education, Belief, and Wisdom. I actually really like to see this because I feel like on what you're not fully aware of is you're wanting to retreat, to go inwards, to maybe go in nature. There is something that is already deep within you that has started, of you wanting to walk away, or trying to walk away from these thoughts, belief patterns that are not allowing your life to really thrive. And there is a deeper need for you to find better inner wisdom and better belief, that they are more aligned with a life that will be a thriving life or a joyful life. And there is something that within, whether you're aware or not, this process has already started. And maybe you were not super aware why you wanted to go in nature, wanted to go to the retreat, and that's okay. There is this part of like you that knows that wants a change, and wants like a deeper emotional change, something that will just make you feel more alive and more connected, and just enjoy more life, and just also to come out of from this apathy or this sense of like dissatisfaction. Then we have the unexpected surprises or blessing or opportunities that will come through within the month of June. And we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have Wizard of the Woods, Focus. I love that we have the woods. Yeah, definitely there is an element of nature. Okay, I'm getting like different messages here, but it's really, really good. I feel like for some of you that are single, within this retreat, within this time in nature, one unexpected surprise that you might meet a person that you're gonna have a romantic connection, or there will be some romantic feelings involved, and that will spark, like it will be like a spark that will like light this fire that somehow was a little bit dormant. Sorry, and it will be like this element that would actually bring focus to what you wanted to find out, even unconsciously in the first place. There will be something that will support this romantic spark, this romantic connection, will actually help you in your own process, in your own bringing yourself back to life from a more radiant point of view. And for who, for example, is already in a relationship or is not going to be a romantic connection, I feel it's going to be like something that will allow you to romanticize your life more. Like this time in nature, in retreating, whatever, camping, whatever that will be for you, it will be a time that will allow you to tune into yourself. And as I really like, as an unexpected surprise, to have the spark lighten up again on loving things more, or appreciating things more, or just started to enjoy things and maybe before were felt like what's the difference, you know, but something shifts in this time that you're taking for yourself, where you know you start to already see things in a different way and appreciate things in a different way, and already coming out of this feeling of apathy, where I feel there is so much more aliveness and so much more appreciation for what you have and what is surrounding you. So this is a really beautiful feeling, whether it's simply within yourself or also the connection with somebody else. The outcome is going to be, in a sense, very similar. It's this kind of spark within yourself being brought to life again. And then we have the outcome of the month, the base on the current energies. And we have the Queen of Swords. And then we also have Mercury with the communication, swiftness, agility, and travel. Oh, this is actually really, I feel like with, I feel like many of you are possibly going to take a trip, you know, whether it's, again, a trip in nature, a retreat, going to meditate, and that might be actually happening at the very beginning of the month, possibly within the first week of the month. And this again will be extremely beneficial for you to take this time for you, because apart from this reconnection with you know love inside, or like romantic love, it will allow you by the end of the month to own more like parts of yourself that you were like, I don't even know what is happening there. You will have so much more clarity at the end of the month of what is your truth, what do you want, what is your direction. Because I feel like in the recent past there's been like, I'm not sure, this is okay, this is not, this kind of like in almost indifference, you know, like, while with this reawakening that is going to happen within the month of June, there will be so much more clarity for the direction where you want to go, for what you want to manifest, what you need to change in your life, what you need to keep in order to find this thriving happiness, and to shift this pattern of thinking of, oh, nothing is really going to change for me. So this is actually will be the thing that help you to shift that within this month, and will allow you to find way more clarity for yourself for the next steps that you want to take in your life towards a more joyful and thriving life. So I'm gonna take a few more cards for you, just for some extra messages. And we have the Dark Moon with the past. And I feel like with this card, it's really like to tune into when like there is something linked with the past, with this belief that you have that, you know, things are not changing, maybe because something did negative happen in the past and it left you it left you hurt, and you covered that hurt with indifference, with the, oh, I don't care. And there is something within that in the past that you probably will be able to connect when you are in nature, when you are on the retreat, and it will give you, like, it will just be giving you the clarity that you needed. Like, it's like that piece of the puzzle that was missing, that you will find it within something that happened in the past, that will give you also so much more clarity on why also you had those beliefs in the first place, why, you know, like, you believe like nothing is going to change for me, or you had that sense of like apathy around certain things. So that will allow you to open up that door way more with that understanding and clarity from the past. I love this. And then we have Moon Dance with Celebration. And I feel like this is speaking about once you kind of will do this retreat, this time on your own, this travel, this trip, whether you're gonna meet, I mean, you can see like in the picture as well is 2 people in there, and I feel like for the one of you that will meet somebody and it will be like a romantic connection, is just gonna be so much fun. It will be just like such a reawakening, you know, like, you know, after you've been sleeping for a long time, and then suddenly like, oh my god, I'm alive, you know, and there is music and you start to enjoy, and it's like, it's life, you know, like it will be life, you know. And equally, if you're not gonna meet, if it's gonna be more an internal experience, as we were saying before, there will be such a element of joyful living and joyful expression, of starting to appreciate things more, everything that you have around you and you already own, like you're like, oh, I'm so grateful for this, and you fully started to enjoy, and again this apathy is gone. So this is really, really beautiful. I feel like this card specifically, I don't know why. Oh, we have Creativity. I'm open, unguarded, and free to express myself fully. I feel like with this time that you will have on your own, whether in nature, whether it's connecting with this new person, will open channels of your creativity that at this point they have been blocked because of this sense of almost numbness or indifference. And once you kind of open that and you start to fully enjoy things again, then, you know, this channel of creativity is gonna come through. And maybe for you is painting, drawing, maybe for some of you is writing, whatever channel of creativity you're the closest to, it will come to the surface and you will start to enjoy with that one as well. So it's gonna bring you quite a few gifts. This one as well. Divine intervention. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I feel like this time that you will have like retreating in nature is gonna be your you're guided to this, you know, you're guided to either meet that person or spend their time on your own in nature, because it's almost a divine intervention. Like you needed that in order to shift, you needed that in order to move out of this sort of apathy, sort of sense of like, I don't know, indifference. And I feel like if, for example, some of you were intending to take like that little camping trip, or you were like, oh, I'm not sure, I would like to kind of have those 3 days for like a yoga retreat and meditating, and you were not sure, please take this as a sign that it's going to be extremely beneficial for you if you do go on that trip, if you do go camping, if you go for like a trekking in the mountains in nature, because it's it feels like it is divine intervention for you to do and to have that time in nature with either somebody else or like on going within, because it's going to be super beneficial for you. And it's like a peace, it's like grace coming through. It's like you need that support in order to move to the next stage and to kind of like get back your clarity and your spark for life. So I'm very excited for you, pile number 4 for this month of June. You're very welcome to let me know if this message resonated, and please again take with you just what felt like a yes. You don't have to take on anything that didn't resonate, but I hope it was helpful at the end of the day. So yes, you're very welcome to let me know. And if you'd like to support me, please subscribe to my channel and as well like this video, will be super appreciated. And I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'm hoping to see you as well in my next video. Bye!